Well, folks, despite my better judgment, I watched Quins up against the Stormers. 53-16. I say against my better judgment because I did look at the Stormers lineup before this one. They have a horrendous amount of injuries. There were a number of new names on the team sheet, and I still watched it. I could have watched the other game because there were two games on at the same time, but I watched this one. I hadn't seen Quins in action yet in the Champions Cup campaign, so I figured I would reacquaint myself with them, and they entertained, man. A couple of guys getting hat-tricks. A thoroughly deserved win. The Stormers pushed them for about 20-25 minutes, but Quins very much the better side across the 80. But as I said, the Stormers, they fielded a full team, and they did manage to score a try right towards the end of the game. So, yeah, we'll go through some of the key events and the stats as much as we can, and you guys can let us know your thoughts on this one. The Stormers started the game all right. They managed to get the first points on the board with a penalty. So 3 points to nil. Harlequins got caught in front of the kicker from the restart. So a bit scratchy from them to start with. The Stormers went bloody close to their first try early on, putting the Quins guys under lots of pressure. Marcus Smith from his own in-goal area not too long later, chucking the ball wide, but hits his own post, goes dead. So leads to a 5-metre scrum for the Stormers. All kinds of Stormers pressure. They ended up slotting another penalty to make it 6 points to nil. So not a bad start, but they did concede the first try. Murley gets the first one. It's one of those kind of opportunistic turnover ball tries when opposition defences quite haven't set. And it came from kind of a calamity of errors from both sides. First, the Stormers don't take the restart from the penalty they just got. Then the Quins guys knock it on an attack. Then the Stormers guys lose the ball from the back of the scrum that they've just had. So each side has made error after error. But it's the Stormers' final error that the Quins guys punish. From that turnover ball, they're able to get it to Murley wide in the corner, who's able to put in a cracking finish, but a misconversion. But 5 points to 6 to a 1 point game. Very much game on. Marcus Smith kicks a heck of a 50-22, but they don't manage to score any points for it. Similani has a nice old line break, but they don't score any points from that either. He was in the clear, but didn't have the gas to get clear. So, yeah, neither side able to really crack on. Then Herbst for Quins, the big lock, manages to get himself yellow carded for a high shot on Murat. Yellow card means the Stormers guys have got the man advantage, but this is where things start to go wrong, weirdly enough. The yellow card seems to maybe galvanise the Quins boys a bit. But, the Stormers gave away a penalty. Quins went for an attacking line-out option. They mauled it. They got advantage. Then they spun it. The likes of Smith and Tyrone Green. Green got tackled. They got it to Iskro. Had a carry. Then Kerr from close range able to snipe over. So to put the Quins guys in the lead. They wouldn't let go of that lead for the rest of the game. 12-6. And then the Stormers really, you can feel the game slipping away from them when they concede another one not too long later. First from a scrum penalty. Gives the Quins guys a bit of territory. You got Danny Kerr in a bit of space. And then he puts Don Brandt through a really nice gap. His first of 3 tries. So we go into the sheds with a 19-6 lead for the Quins guys, which was looking pretty decent, especially when you consider they've had 3 clean breaks to zip, 12 defenders beaten to 4. And they're tackling in the 90s are the Quins guys, whereas the Stormers guys have fallen off way too many. Their tackle percentage is in the 70s, which genuinely won't get you very far. Second half starts, Harlequins a load of pressure. They end up opting for a 3, which is maybe a little bit of credit to the Stormers' defense, especially when you consider the Harlequins guys would have been chasing a bonus point at that point. And then the Stormers kick a drop goal. It was bizarre. 19 points to 6 down. Just slot a droppy. Okay, well, they slotted the droppy, which was bizarre. 22 points to 9, so 9 points on the board, almost double figures. And then they conceded a penalty pretty much immediately from the restart. Penalties continue. They end up giving away a yellow card. The Quins guys immediately punished Don Brandt after a maul. 29 points to 6. And then he gets his hat trick not long later, all from a really nothing kick from the Stormers guys. So Harlequins were able to just push straight back. Smith through the hands. It was Kerr, Chisholm, and then Don Brandt finishing it off out on the left wing. So 34 points to 9. It's very much game over. Sanatla gives away the third of the game. Was it third of the game? So many yellow cards. Sanatla gives away a yellow card for a contest in the air. I think it was the second one. So we go 15-13 for the Stormers guys, which was a bad enough situation as it is. But yeah, Don Brandt goes close to his 4th. He's not selfish. He gets it to Hammond, the big lock, who's got a crazy chicken wing offload as he's going into touch, but that managed to set up the next try for Murley, so 39 points to 9. Then Don Brown again probably could have pushed on for a fourth try, but he doesn't. He's not selfish. Gives it to Murley for his hat trick. Again, all from kind of kick return stuff from the Quins guys, so that was a real area of weakness for the Stormers. 46-9. That's when we get the third yellow card for the Stormers. Sorry, that one's David's for a bit of head contact in the build-up to that final Quins try. So it goes from kind of bad for worse for the Stormers. Riley gets one more for the Quins guys. A bunch of pick and goes, and then Kerr with the final pass. 53-9. If you're looking for last try wins, well, the Stormers get it done on the 79th minute to this man Mars, who's one of the new names for me on the team sheet, the 23 jumper. Some great hands from the Stormers. It was nice. Similani to Vanacha, and then Mars with the finish. So at least they got a try on the board. 53-16. Not a lot went right for the Stormers, but like I mentioned, so many players missing. And Quins get some kind of cracking form going. It's really pleasing to see them open up because we know what they can do. Run meters 500 to 239. Defenders beaten 21-9. Cleans breaks 10-2. Penalties conceded is 11-3. That's one of the few stats the Stormers win, and it's not a good stat to be winning. Yellow cards 3-1. Yeah, Murley 89 metres, 3 tries, 6 defenders beaten, 3 clean breaks, not bad. Similani had 82 metres and 3 defenders beaten, but couldn't get himself on the board. Don Brandt got man of the match for his hat trick and 4 defenders beaten. So, yes, it was a game of rugby. It was not close. Stormers, when they get underway in the Champions Cup again, will be home to Sale, the Sharks, and then Harlequins will be away to Toulon, which you would think will be a bit of a tougher game than this one. But yeah, big bonus point win for the Quins lads. We'll see how many guys are fit for next URC game for the Stormers. But yes, expectations for me going into this one were pretty low. They were above expectations at the 20-25 minute mark, and then kind of went, I think, according to the script. But yes, you guys let us know your thoughts on the game. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Love to have you along, and talk to you guys again soon. Ta-ra.